is working with Mexican illegal aliens to engage in organized crime in the U.S. of A. Color me surprised. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Chinese illegal aliens working with Mexican illegal aliens to engage in organized crime here in the U.S. of A., including drug distribution and human trafficking. Now, why have you not heard about this? Why do we not have Alejandro Mayorkas, Joe Biden, Karine Jean-Pierre, Kamala Harris, and everybody else in the federal government talking about this? 8 o'clock prime time, it should be a big thing. It's a pretty big operation. Why are they not speaking about this? Where is the federal government? Well, maybe the federales don't want you to know this is happening because the illusion is that, oh, the border is secure, it's no problem, the border's not open, when the reality is that we know the border is wide open, not just to the so-called poor and hungry Mexican coming across, but also to the entire world. Now, before we get any further into this, let's roll the clip. If you want to see it in full without my commentary, link as always will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
We're back now with our investigation into human trafficking in the illicit marijuana industry. Before tonight, it was hard to tell who is responsible. Now
let's pause for a minute. I know automatically when you hear weed, oh, that's not really a big deal. ABL is just weed. Like, listen to what is going on. Human trafficking, okay? Let's talk about the human beings that are kind of like kept as slaves in some of these houses that we're going to see. That's the most important thing. The weed and whatnot is also an issue, but the bigger issue would be the human beings that are held as slaves for whatever the reason may be. Let's keep on going.
Jacob Soboroff reports that a sophisticated international money laundering partnership may be to blame, with deadly consequences. It's the latest report in our series, Captives of Cannabis.
It's early in the morning in Riverside County, California. These sheriff's deputies are about to execute a dozen search warrants on residential homes. They say they're going to find illegal marijuana grows there and victims of human trafficking working on those grows. But first, they're going to go after the leader of the operation.
So what does that mean? Okay, if you are a human trafficking victim and you're working on the grows, what that means is you have slave labor producing the marijuana. That's what I see. Maybe that's wrong. I mean, if they're not slaves, then it wouldn't be seen as human trafficking. They would just say you have narcos in there growing the weed. They wouldn't say that they were, involved in human trafficking. Let's keep on going.
Is this person a mid-level operator, kingpin, mastermind?
I would say this is a mid-level operator. We believe that the people that are ultimately in control are likely in China.
Search warrant, open the door!
All right.
Nice and easy. I got him. He's okay.
What did you guys find in there?
We found several documents that ultimately link these suspects living in this home to several of the other locations that we've been investigating.
The couple's arrested, and deputies focus on the organized crime ring they say this grow appears to be a part of.
We don't know how large this organization is, but we do believe that it is global to some extent.
If it is so big, how come you guys are out here alone? Where's the federal government? Where's the DEA?
That's a great question.
That's a great question. Like I said earlier, they don't want you to know about this. It's a pretty big thing. You're dealing with local police, Riverside, California, regular normie police, not the federales and all their resources and instruments and advanced tools. They're not going to be there because they don't want you to know about this.
That's a great question.
To push for answers, we met Bill Bodner, DEA's special agent in charge of Los Angeles, for an exclusive interview.
In our reporting, we've seen Chinese nationals involved in the illicit cannabis trade. The law enforcement that we've been talking to says that they believe that the bosses of those operations are back in China. How is that connected to what you're seeing?
The Chinese criminal organizations have such a desire for U.S. dollars in cash that they're getting into a variety of criminal enterprises to create that cash. And I'm not surprised to hear that them running cannabis grows, it's generating cash that they're then using to accomplish capital flight out of China.
In other words, the DEA says this form of organized crime is one that extends far beyond black market cannabis and is rooted in a desire for Chinese nationals in the U.S. to get their money out of China due to recent restrictions on how much they can take out of the country. A U.S. Treasury official tells NBC News that Chinese criminal organizations are operating in the U.S. and now working with Mexican cartels by helping them launder money made from meth, fentanyl, and other drugs. They do so by loaning out the cartel's dollars to unsuspecting Chinese people living in America. These criminal organizations are then repaid in Chinese currency back in China, and the money launderers buy Chinese products and have them shipped to Mexico, where they're sold and give that money in pesos back to the cartels. In the end, no money actually crosses international borders, and the Treasury Department says the dirty dollars are, quote, disappearing into thin air. The DEA says instead of products like the clothes and appliances that were once widely available here in LA's wholesale district, the products money launderers are sending from China to Mexico are deadly.
Guess which product is very available in China that's not available here at all? Precursor chemicals. It was
fentanyl. Yeah, fentanyl. That's what's going on. So this is a really big operation. You got the drug cartels, Chinese nationals. It's crazy. And then who's caught in the middle? Regular normie Americans. So you got 100,000 dead from fentanyl in 1 year. Well, this right here is part of the reason why. And as long as that border is wide open, it will continue. Because I'm going to guarantee you there are plenty of Chinese illegal aliens coming across that border to engage in this kind of crime. I guarantee you.
Was the synthetic drug explosion in 2015 and 2016 when this capital flight model started. Precursor chemicals were used as a way to transfer wealth.
In Mexico, the precursors are made into meth and fentanyl, synthetic drugs that have caused U.S. overdose deaths to more than double since 2015.
Hey, Sinaloa cartel, let me introduce you to Chinese organized crime. That's what happened. And by working together, they've been able to get millions, if not billions of dollars out of China into the United States, and they've been able to use a synthetic drug trade to do it.
For you in the DEA, how do you go after stopping this from happening?
Our focus is 100% Sinaloa cartel, Jalisco New Generation cartel, and it's because of this synthetic drug trade. It's like nothing we've seen before.
Until then, Mexican cartels and Chinese organized crime continue to use the United States as their middleman.
Now, I don't know why they wanted to focus on weed in the beginning of this, because obviously you're talking about drug cartels, Chinese criminal organizations. Weed ain't even going to be a profitable thing. It's about drugs in general. Okay, it's about money laundering in general, not just the weed thing. And human trafficking, because are these going to be Chinese nationals right here? I can't tell. They're not showing their faces. You know, I can't really tell by looking at the back of them. These could be Mexican nationals, Chinese nationals. I have no idea. Either one, they're kind of interchangeable at a certain point. So we got slavery going on. We got fentanyl production, meth, all of that happening as a result of the Mexican drug cartel trying to get money, and also the Chinese criminal people trying to get their money.
With no end in sight. Jacob Soboroff, NBC News.
Well, there you have it. So there you have it. That's a pretty sobering look at what's happening right now in our country. This scene right here, Riverside, California. It was a nice looking house. It could be your next door neighbor. You never know what's going on. But as I close, I want to say this. This is why I'm against drugs. Drugs are bad. Drugs are being used as a way to extract wealth, and to extract wealth from America, and also to extract life from America. We're dying at a record pace. 100,000 plus dead from these drugs in 1 year. I think that was last year or 2021, one of those years. And this is a result of them just trying to get money. They don't care. We're stuck in the middle. Chinese want to get money out. Mexicans want to get money in. And they're going to use us. They kill us. They invade us. And then what do? We vote for the guy that says, let's let more of them in to kill and invade. This is crazy. The border crisis is a crisis. And it's not just, see, normies, as I close for real this time, normies don't quite understand what's happening. They think it's just about the Mexicans coming over and they coming to make beds in hotel rooms and pick fruit, like Barack Obama said. You're fruit pickers and bed makers. It's not even about that. It's about America crumbling because we're being attacked from the outside within. meaning we're allowing outside invaders to come in, attack us, and destroy us. And at a certain point, we got to ask ourselves, how long can we sustain this? We got ever rising inflation, drug addiction, overdoses, all kind of other addictions. How long can a republic sustain this kind of pressure on its back? I'm not really sure, but I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what's going on here with the unholy alliance between China, Mexico, with the U.S. in the middle? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This has been going on for quite a long time. These drugs coming into the country unfettered, the borders wide open, and you having more of the drugs pour over. We're just playing right into the cartel's hands. We're playing right into the Chinese Communist Party's hands, allegedly. We're doing their dirty work for them. So whatever they want to do, however they want to get money, we're allowing it to happen. So maybe, just maybe, if we had a tighter border presence, maybe if we did not have all this big pharma producing drugs, new drugs we get hooked on, maybe if not for that, we would not be facing the problem right now with the border being flooded, with Americans dying at a record pace from drug overdoses. We must do things to protect our future. And if we don't, there won't be a future. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you